Hey there. Listen, my ass is all kinds of chapped right now. We have a couple of people in Middlebury that are homeless, and they walk through the streets, and sometimes they sleep in. We have a gazebo in the middle of town. I don't know how many of you have ever been to Middlebury. I know a lot of you live here too, and some of them sleep under the Cross Street Bridge. And you know what? I love this community. I really do. I love Middlebury. I love the people that are here. It's a very wealthy community. It is wealthy. And yes, a lot of the people that are here, for my conservative friends, yes, they worked for what they have. But there is something to be said about being grateful for what you have and not being dismissive of the homeless. They're not a certain kind of person. Being homeless can happen to anybody for any number of reasons. Life can be fucking cruel, let me tell you. And it's not a respecter of persons. So when I read in like the local rag about how people are pissed off that why aren't the police getting rid of the people that are sleeping under the bridge or on the gazebo, it makes me like, I just get kind of nauseated by that level of dismissiveness. It's like everybody wants God back in school, and everybody says that, oh, the world is the way it is because we don't let God in our government. But on a very basic level, do you really think that God would want us to be dismissive of the poor? We don't take care of the poorest people among us. That's something that all of us can do, and it has absolutely nothing to do with whether God is in school or whether we pledge allegiance to the flag or whether abortion is legal or it isn't legal. Making sure that every single person in your community has a warm bed to sleep in, is sheltered from the elements, and has food to eat, regardless of whether we think they're productive members of society or not, is absolutely something that God would do. I'm so fucking sick of listening to you guys talk about how, not all of you, but even the ones of you that I love who are conservative that want to talk so much about putting God back in school, and yet you're always the first people who have a problem with the least of us. So what my challenge to you is, and to all these other people in Middlebury that are bitching about the very few homeless people that are sleeping outside in the summer, it's to think about the red letters. If you really are God-fearing and you really are as Christian as you say you are, then the only letters in the Bible that should matter to you are the ones that are in red. And every one of those letters talks about loving people. And every one of those letters tells us very, very clearly that if we don't love the people sleeping under the bridge, if we don't help them, then we don't love God. That's my rant for today.